Anime, romance anime, comedy anime, rom-com anime, harem and ecchi. Aside of anime, many people know for its stereotypical personality tropes, corny confessions, premarital hand-holding, boob slips, handy thieves, misunderstood perverts who aren't perverts, childhood friends, enemies to lovers. The tsundere and love triangles, the romance genre which tackles mainly harem, is an amazing genre.
A genre which explores infinite possibilities of relationships, pushing the limits of the amount of boob slips and perverted jokes they can make in each episode.
With that being said, it's fan service time! Yeah!
What the hell are you even looking at?
A sesh pit of anime romance slop, a multitude of rinse and repeats with no real solid story, character development, and overall enjoyment, with a few exceptions. But at least we're getting some massive anime titties. What I'm trying to say is that harem sucks. There's no real good harems coming out until one anime that recently caught my eye. After reading the manga and getting the official announcement of the third season of the anime, there is a small glimmer of hope for the harem genre. Without further ado, this is 100% filler, and today we probably have, in our opinion, the best and worst opinion out there in terms of anime and manga. So today we've got probably the next One Piece anime, the best romance comedy, better than Bruce Basket, Your Line April, My Love Story, Love Shinibyo, Plastic Marys, Horimiya. It's probably also the most goated harem as of recently. And with its recent announcement of season 3, the only anime we can be talking about is the 100 girlfriends who really love you. Yes, that's the title. And what I think is the next upcoming best rom-com anime out there, not just for this season, but this entire year, and maybe even of all time. Without further ado, let's get started into this absolute amazing anime take. Let's run it. To give you a basic understanding of why this show is so peak, we need to start where it all began. Our boy, the GOAT, the walking green flag, Rentaro Aijo. Since birth, his goal was to get a girlfriend. However, he's been rejected exactly 100 times. This guy got rejected all the way back as a 3 to 6 month old baby. I don't know how he's remembered that shit, but whatever, we roll with it. Since from being a baby all the way to the start of high school, this guy has received multiple L's back to back until he graduates middle school and goes to high school. Before his first day at school, he goes to a shrine to pray, praying to the love gods to give him a girlfriend, and well, he actually appears. This nonce appears right in front of Rentaro after he tells him, "You will find your soulmate in high school." He's hyped, he's excited, he leaves waiting to find his soulmates until he stumbles into both Karane and Hakari. His soulmates, yes, 2 soulmates. I'm looking at Jack's camera, it's like what the fuck? I am not amused by this.
No. Motherfucker earlier said this is better than One Piece.
Yeah, a bit confusing since he was promised 1, right? No, this god said 1, but somehow he added 2 extra zeros, and now he has 100 soulmates out there in this world. And now he has to make all 100 girlfriends happy. You think that's it, right? Easy, simple harem. No. You see why this show is so peak? If he decides to break one girl's heart, they literally will die. Pretty fucked up, right? But it's peak. This is literally just the start of this crazy filled harem journey where we get way deeper into all these crazy characters you'll meet. Whatever character you think is going to come up, whatever weird kinks you have, it'll probably be there in the future if it's not there now. How many girlfriends do you have, Rentaro? About 6 or 7.
At the very start of the series, Rentaro Aijo, our male protagonist, literally gets 2 girlfriends right off the rip, both being the usual trope of dere and tsundere. The down bad Ikari and physically abusive Karane, they are somehow both fine with this. Anime logic, right? I'll go fuck myself. Go through an entire JoJo's-like battle to make it unknown to everyone who truly got the first kiss, only for them to all end up sharing a kiss together. Checks out, I guess. Even later on in the anime and manga, they are both a very good grounding point and still get the moments when there's literally 35 girlfriends. A series that throws the genre on its head, with basically all romance series in anime/manga, building up to the confession or kiss scene. It breaks that mold and shows you how the relationship would grow over time.
It's not very efficient. Consumerist crap like that is so boring. I don't want your dry crackers.
Speaking of genre, it mainly focuses on both romance and comedy, but ultimately it's a harem. For those who don't know what a harem is, that genre is basically where the main character has a lot of male or female partners. However, harem as of recently has been kind of mid for the last couple years. However, there has been a couple exceptions, such as High School DxD, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in Dungeons, Rent to Min, The Testament of Sister New Devil, Quintessential Quintuplets, World's End Harems, Hagani, Date Alive. Harem is in a very weird, like, gray area in terms of anime, but a lot of harems do lack a really good story and interesting characters. Most harem shows are purely made for goon and female eye candy, but 100 Girlfriends is different, having great characters, a fun story, and also it does have a bit of goon, but it's not overused. It's tasteful.
Really like spoilers for DanDaDan. I only really talk about the characters that show up later, but besides that, yeah. A show most anime tourists will be watching is DanDaDan. I'm a victim of it. I haven't read through the manga to chapter 188. Why do I bring up DanDaDan in a video about 100 girlfriends? Every character that gets involved with the ghosts or aliens gets added to the group. I was okay with Okuran, Momo, Arya and Jin, even best girl Vyoma, Godzilla. But with Kinta, Rin and Koki, they really failed to give them screen time. It really was building into that One Piece vibe of having a lot of characters involved in the plot. But DanDaDan, with its generational run, fails horribly. Maybe they're building into something big, but I miss my Godzilla girl basically doing nothing. I don't care about the shipping wars because it's obvious that it'll be Okuran and Momo that end up together. I think there's about 5 to 8 of them who have the power, and it's really situational to the story when they get involved. For me, it just feels like a waste of time to introduce them and do nothing with them. I'd say I even stopped reading weekly because of this fact. 100 Girlfriends, even just getting to 20 girls, still gives each character their time or arc. I know it's a romance, slice of life, somewhat episodic, but still, it doesn't feel like characters being introduced are wasted. When I was about 80 chapters into the manga, some problem occurred or accident, and the reactions from each character made me so shocked because I was like, of course they'd act like that. But it made me feel like I had known these characters for ages.
Each character is unique and different in each way. Every female in this anime that has been introduced so far are either some woman or child with some sort of disability, autism, or addiction, or they're just extremely down bad for the walking green flag Rentaro.
For my other shorty?
Kusuri's already on it.
For my other lolly.
Whoa! And yes, I did say kid. There are kids who are his soulmates, okay? I don't write this shit. It just happens. However, that special trait meter of theirs is shot to the max. Karane being the biggest tsundere ever. Mei being the most humble maid, literally willing to off herself if told. Iku taking her masochist habits to the utmost extremes, literally finding any little opportunity to harm herself and getting absolutely horny off it. Kusuri literally just being low-key a drug dealer. Imagine Walter White, but in the form of a lolly who could transfer into an 18-year-old. Yes, this is her original design, but they chose to keep her a lolly. God, we should like remake some of these scenes, honestly. Like, you know, when they like connect like the electricity, we should like try to remake them. I think that'd be really cute. Like the book one would be so awesome. Holy shit, we should do that. Cause you're shorter, I'm tall. Most important thing in this story is that every character is different. No one here is the same in any way, shape, or form. And it introduces so many different character traits into one story, and it somehow manages to like merge them all perfectly and harmonize into a big family. Plus, you'll notice throughout the story how many different dynamics work within one another, how different traits clash and find ways to work together, especially with Hakari and Kanane, the first two girls we saw at the start. Being the first two girls introduced, despite always arguing all the time and constantly competing and clashing each other for Rentro's love, at the end these two have created a strong and deep friendship, understanding both each other's flaws and constantly encouraging and supporting each other through a lot of tough and serious moments throughout the story. A relationship so deep that they literally make out with each other. Like, holy shit, this is like, they've done more with each other than the actual main character.
To a freak like me.
Bro, the anime's gonna fuck up my ranking so bad. Holy shit.
I felt so bad for her then, so bad.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
actually
Christ.
low-key so sad. She is kind of a freak though. Fucking mutant.
Glad you're here.
Fucking. I hate him.
It was really strange to watch an anime of a manga I'd read. For me, the only other two manga I had read that eventually got animated was Tokyo Ghoul and Attack on Titan. Say whatever you want about those two, but they both ended for me, and honestly killed my love for reading an ongoing series. Basically what I'm saying though is, the anime was adapted really well. Me and Mono had our entire tier list of which girls we like completely flipped every time a new one showed up. The English voice actors did a really good job. I have watched sub for 8 years exclusively now and finally giving dub a go. It's so wild how good the jokes land for the dub. Mei Maido, the 8th girlfriend, is my favorite character on the anime side. To come equipped with Daredevil level senses, a complete devotion to her master to the point that she will do anything asked of her, even cutting off her own eyelids. Like, who created this abomination? My literally catching a pot out of the sky from nowhere is the most I've seen one of the characters in this series Orifam. Her eye color is the most strange assortment of colors I've ever seen to be considered rainbow. When I read this in the manga, I was more expecting a default rainbow across the sky kind of vibe, but not complaining. I wasn't sure who I'd like the most when it came to the anime, but as soon as I saw her on the screen, I would start tweaking. She's perfect. Also, the fact that she literally gets puppy dog ears all the time is funny as fuck.
Now remember, it's not just a romance, it's a rom-com. And with the dub, yes, I said dub, it's good. They have amazing voice actors. And I can't be fucked reading, okay? I had a massive burnout for like a year or two, and reading's effort, man, alright? These dub people are funny, they're good. Give us some credit.
Is this guy a One Piece character?
Character design's different from the manga, but maybe the voice actor's the same? Weird. She smells exactly the same as Hakari. I can't believe that you were about to go through with it!
Rentaro also got super soaked.
Ah! He's so sexy!
And these two got even more soaked.
Every one of you needs God!
I need to hurt so bad that my soul snaps in two!
You're not hungry for gains, you're a masochist hungry for pains!
I need you to hit me! Every time I practice my swing, I want you to whack me in the tummy, okay?
No one in their right mind would join this team!
Fear not, child. I'm down here.
Ah! Donation box thief!
Getting back into the comedy, this comedy is generally really well done. The over-exaggeration and passion these voice actors have is honestly amazing. The way they so easily bounce off each other during the jokes works so well. They literally reference so many different animes throughout the series like One Piece and Dragon Ball, even to the point where they literally address Crunchyroll themselves.
Yeah.
Kusuri is super sorry for leaking on Crunchyroll.com.
Its use of breaking the fourth wall and also just not taking itself seriously really just brings the fun, vibrant energy throughout the series. It also brings a lot of unpredictability from every character, and we have literally no idea what they're gonna say, how they're gonna approach these jokes, and having a lot of different, unique gag jokes that return every once in a while, which honestly still hit and never get bored. I love seeing it every time. The characters with each different personality type, each character all have unique methods on how they'll approach each joke and how they want to reference some show or the manga. Or just make something completely off the top, or you'll just have the MILF absolutely just creaming her pants every fucking 10 seconds. It really reminds me of Gintama, how they rip off attacks, openings, and outfits from anime and they put them into their series. Since I have watched the dub, honestly I feel the jokes just land way better. The way they adapted the jokes from the manga and the Japanese version, they feel like they just roll off the tongue a lot more naturally and they just hit a lot better. Especially when you have voice actors and an anime who are trying not to take themselves seriously. It's just a perfect combination for like pure comedy and just pure cinema.
100 Girlfriends is a gag series. The sheer amount of times I buried my head in my hands while reading through the series makes me crack up. This was mainly due to the times when you would get jump scared with Goon. But hey, you can't escape fan service nowadays and it's honestly kinda tame. This happened until around chapter 70. And then it stopped being a foxy jump scare. If you're looking for a series to just sit back, enjoy the ride, and have a good laugh, I don't think I could recommend something better. If you can get over the sheer amount of goon the series throws at you, you'll love it. I do think the series has the writing and dedication from the team to honestly be the next One Piece, at least in terms of a romance series. What are people gonna do when One Piece ends? Pick up 100 girlfriends. At the current point, the manga has 232 chapters with 35 girls. I think we have grounds for 500 and up in terms of chapters. I can just imagine. What the fuck is 100 girlfriends? Why is this shit trending?
Holy shit! There's only 5 girlfriends left. We're entering the last few arcs. Oh my god, it's coming to an end. Oh my god.
It has been stated that One Piece is coming to an end, but I'm so burnt out from the shit pacing that the One Piece anime had around the whole Cake Island arc. I can't wait for the One Piece to be the friends we made along the way. I have tried to keep up with the manga, but I just simply don't care at this point. It's PC, man. What? I'm not gooning this time.
Sorry.
I was not ready for the One Piece love.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
When it comes to OG fans, new anime fans, or tourists, whatever people call them, this anime is honestly for everyone. Yes, it's not your everyday shonen like Solo Leveling, One Piece, One Frame Man, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. This may not have your flashy fights with impact frames, but there's one thing every anime has in common. That's the waifus. Every shonen has a waifu that everyone will rub and tug one out after every episode of that character being on screen. A big part of some animes is the waifus. Not just purely being eye candy, but generally being an interesting, fun, chaotic character that the viewer can like. However, in 100 Girlfriends, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's gonna be 100 girlfriends. No matter what your type, your fetish, weird kink in this anime, it has it all and so many more to explore, and even yourself to see if you really like sucking toes or not. You could really self-discover with this and see what you like or don't like. For example, one of my favorites from the manga is Momaha Bonuji. I probably butchered her name. And her character type is being a loser. To give an explanation, she's someone who loves to drink alcohol, gamble, and ask for sex from her students. I don't like that last bit. Unless I'm the student, okay? Okay, come on. She's so hilarious when she gets drunk and interacts with other characters. She may seem like a drunk, gambling queen, but even in that state, she's seen multiple times taking care of others more than herself, putting her own safety, her own well-being, and chucking her money away for literally just to help other people. A good example of putting others first before herself is when she's helping Mai Mado. No, not Mai Mado, Mai Mado, whole different maid. In this chapter, Momaha is trying to help Mai renew her maid license. Throughout this chapter, Mai is not doing a really good job. She's consistently failing her task and not really being a competent maid. However, Momaha notices this and has a great idea. Let's get absolutely wolf shit-faced. So she stumbles around, she fumbles her words, and throughout this, Mai is there helping her out throughout this challenge. However, this is all intentional. Momaha getting absolutely drunk was her strategy, because she knows that Mai has taken care of Momaha's drunk state over 100 times. Momaha's purposely failing her own test so Mai can succeed and pass her maid license test. Willingly going through this whole test, spending the money and wasting her old time just to put her dear friends first before herself, to ensure that her goal is succeeded and to make sure no one ends up like her. And this quote from Momaha herself just really hits for me and really makes me really enjoy her fun, chaotic, and unpredictable character. She really is just one of them characters. And she's sexy as fuck. Like, look at this. Honestly, thinking about it, Momaha is really just me. I love to gamble, drink alcohol, and that just always shows that there is a character who is just like me. A character who I love. Someone who shares my own interests. Not just that, but we also have 99 other girlfriends. Like girls who hate you, but they really love you. Tsunaderis, we got it. You like MILFs? We got it too. Narcissist girls, gluttony girls, lolly grandma, British lolly, a cousin lolly, age regressor. No matter who you are, there is a character for everyone. An amazing, fun, hilarious romance that tries to include everyone from the kinks to the fetishes and put them into 100 anime girls and make it seem normal. And honestly, it's absolute peak.
Well, I think that's it. This has been the 100 girlfriends who really love you. This has been 2 complete anime tards talking about the next One Piece anime, the next anime manga that will take over the rom-com genre in a while and bring back the spark of the harem genre. Yes, it's a long series. Yes, we're only like a third of the way through all the girlfriends, but I promise you, check this series out and let the anime do the talking.
I put the penis in my mouth, I can attack, I go to south. How I suck that dick, I'm proud. Suck it, I take, I got no reason.